day 8, I knew they have lost. I will never lose anything on the day 8. Maybe will not allow that. So I give everybody all the glory, the God that I serve. And then I congratulate the Anambra Central people. The way they fought for me in this election showed that they desired to have me as their senator. I also want to thank all my supporters, my campaign organization, the media team, our Madike media team. They are very formidable. Very, very formidable. So I congratulate, I thank them. And I thank my lawyers, my counsels, the lead counsels. For me personally, my personal lawyer, Sir Patrick Ayenikweto, senior advocate of Nigeria, who has been my lawyer since 2005. All my legal exploits, every time Sen.Victor Umeh or Sen.Victor Umeh has been through his hard work. And in this petition, Chief Barrister-elect Alexander SAM, senior advocate of Nigeria, partnered him. He was the lead counsel to the Labour Party. So we all worked together, and their submissions became unassailable. You see, the tribunal agreed with them with all the points of law they raised, and this petition was actually struck out for lack of merit.
All right, congratulations. Yeah. Away from the political vote, I would have
it is actually a call I'm making to the people of Anambra. I have alluded to it, that the distractions should abate. There's no point trying to flog a dead horse. I'm never against anyone. That is why, if you follow it, I never bandied words to anyone. I don't do that. I just get focused on what the law says and then defend myself. I defended myself very stoutly against all manners of provocations. I do not care. What is important is that I do what is right. And for those who contested the election with me, they should evaluate their stance. It's a question of doing self-evaluation. It's not for me to call them to shoot their shot. Because if I do so, they will run out and say I'm begging them not to go and appeal. Let them take a deep reflection and evaluate their position. I know that this victory that the tribunal handed down today, nothing can scratch it. So it's for them to do self-retrospection and reflection over the beginning, how all these things started. They should be able to assess their actions and know whether they took the right steps or not. And if in their judgment they feel that this is the time to let everything go, so be it. I don't have any grievances towards anybody, but surely some people overstepped their bounds. And it's for them to say, I have evaluated the steps I took, I have also evaluated this judgment, and there's nothing to proceed further. Tomorrow will be another day. Election is not something you win every time and at all costs. There are times you look at the hand of God and decide to follow God's direction. Because actually the challenge of my election was a challenge they took against God, not me. God designed this thing that is laid out. Nobody believed that it would be like this. Even from the beginning, many things were said that I will not be anybody. I won't even come forth to the election. I was not like that. But because I put everything in the hands of God, I never for one day doubted. This morning I was singing and thanking God, for giving me victory even before it was read. Because the handwriting was there. There were so many judicial precedents that supported or that support my own position. And I knew that God was there all the way. But there was no way they would have defeated God. When you make your opponent contend against the wishes of God, the opponent is already destroyed. So I put them on God's collision course because they saw what God did. They refused to accept it. And they decided to play and act God. And I handed the match over to God in prayers. And this is the outcome. So let them know when to stop. If they don't stop, we shall see to it. But I know that everything has ended well. There's nothing in this judgment that anybody can fault. One is that they didn't challenge the election. I won the election. They were not challenging the victory I got in the election. Instead, they went into a white goose chase, and I wasn't a candidate in the election. So the tribunal was invited to say that I wasn't a candidate in the election, so that the first runner-up would be returned. So you will nullify 103,600 votes of Anambra Central people, and you go on and become senator with 69,000. Is that the wish of the people? It's not the wish of the people. So, God has spoken.
I know you would like to talk about